And number 2, do a review. In other words, keep improving where you have not been strong. If you don't talk about it, it will not change. So take notes during your leadership meetings for you as a leader to then be able to comment and say, guys, this is where we need to improve. This is what we've done well here, but we can do better here. And this is what I am doing. Everything I do, follow me as I follow Christ. Because I can guarantee you, everything I'm doing is biblical. And you will see when I start to do the teachings. This is just the practicality of the teachings. So, registers must be in order. This is international office. Those that have volunteered. Our registers must be in order. We have the churches, 47 churches. Yes, here they are. We have put all our 47 churches. So if you're an international office, and if you're a senior pastor, and if you're an overseer, and anyone working at this level, you have to have the full list of churches with you. Hard copy, soft copy. Because this is the work. So we are not doing guesswork. So when you are asking for registers, senior pastors, when we are asking for tithe records, whatever it is we're doing, always use the register of churches. Tick. This one has submitted. This one is yet to submit, so that you can call them. What is the word? Sera. You know, that's how we take care of the church. And I'm saying that to you, at your local level. You must know every ship by name. And particularly at leadership level. You must know what's happening to them. You must love enough to be concerned when they're not there. To know where they are. Like today, I'm going to ask us to pray. We heard there are some who are bereaved. There are some who are sick. There are some who have, a few who have relatives that are sick. The Bible says, know the condition of the flock. So it's not a sermon. It is a to-do thing. Amen. So we want to pray at the end of this. I hope you're writing notes. For people's health, for people who are going for interviews. We want to pray for Tendai Tinoti. Her name was brought later, Mrs. Tendai Tinoti from HPMI Chinoi, who lost her husband, who was a member of our church. We want to, where are the Bangiras, or Mrs. Bangira already? We want to say, Tineurombo, the loss of one of our members. And we want to thank you for the support that you gave them throughout the sickness and the final entry into glory land. They have not gone to hell, they've gone to heaven. And for that we thank you. If you had not been obedient, they would have gone to hell. So thank you very much, the Bangiras. What other conditions did you note? Hey, I was going to end with that one. I was going to end with that one. Anything else? Yeah? What other conditions of the ship did you note? Exams. We need to pray for those. Yes, with the exams. At the end of this, we are going to do this. But we also had bus fares. Bus fares, we don't just pray, we empower. And we don't empower on the day. Do you start looking for bus fare today to go to a funeral today? I'm asking you. We all go to funerals. Do you start looking for bus fare today to go to a funeral today? So let's empower. Let's teach leaders. Let's raise champions. Let's raise leaders who are organized so that they don't agonize. To say, I'll be looking for bus fare the whole day, then I'll come in the evening. So all these are teaching points for you at this level, for you at your level. So please, when next we do this, we don't want you to come here with stories. Just tell us, where is the person that shows your good shepherding, which I've already commended you for. We don't want anything like no apologies. What it means is no work on the part of the minister. It means you have not done your job. So like Minister Stan came and said, I've not done my job, I have not followed up so and so. Because this is what we are doing. We are teaching you in a practical way what we have taught you theoretically. So when next you are giving us your introductions, we don't want to be hearing, oh, I have no apologies, oh, no, they did not confirm, oh, we don't want stories. We just want one answer. Either they are here and here they are, or they are late, or I did not do my job, or they are on a school run, or whatever else, or they're at work, or they're at school. And that is my next comment. I'm so grateful to God that we have such a rich church. Did you say how many people are at work? Let's clap hands to God. We have so many people that work that are blessed of God. Those are our tithers. Let's pray for them. Write it down. Write it down. We are going to be praying for our tithers. That God may give them promotions, Kumabasa. That the church of the living God may have abundant meat in the house. Amen. And those are our givers. And the unpredictable husbands. Thank you for being a pastor. I knew there was something else. Husbands. I wrote husbands somewhere here. Now I can't read my notes. Where did I write? I wrote husbands somewhere. We need to pray for those husbands. Write that down. That's a prayer point. We need to pray for those men. But beyond prayer, we need to visit those unpredictable husbands. They must have our unpredictable visits. Let's do our home visits, particularly for women that come to church on their own without their husbands. I've taught this before. The men usually feel ostracized. Men that go to the pubs and their wives are born again, they usually condemn themselves. I said they usually write themselves off. But when the pastor or the minister knocks at their door and say, I am so and so, we fellowship. You don't go alone, by the way, you go with your wife. Or you go as a team if you're not married. You don't go to a person's husband and say, I am Mr. So-and-so, Minister so-and-so, and I fellowship with your wife, Mrs. so-and-so. You will kick you. You'll come out with a red eye. So you go as a team or with your wife. And I promise you, you will touch that man's life. That's an outreach. Please write this down. That is an outreach strategy. Yakazhimirira zvayo. Home visits are powerful. Start with the husbands of the women that don't go to church. I mean, whose husbands don't come to church. So those are some of the things I noted as we were talking. And as for the schoolers, I was also blessed. All our children are in school. I think there's just one or two people that I had are just at home. But for me, that is a blessing. Go and envision. Write that down. Envision the school-going age. Envision them. To envision means to show them their future. To say, you are the future of HPMI. Write it down and please be faithful to go and repeat it. to those at school. You are the precious seed that we are going to throw into the nations. So please take your education seriously. Give me your reports at the end of the term. Show me how you are doing at school. In short, love enough to care for the school-going age that we are earmarking for leaders. Because it's just a matter of time. Very soon, there will be adults, young adults, and those are the people that have the energy. Those are the people that will be thrown all across the continents of this world. I will be the Archbishop because of these very ones. Because an Archbishop, according to our qualifications, is one who has churches in all the continents. I am not going to visit all the continents. You are not going to visit all the continents. These children who are in school, who are in our church, are the ones that are the seeds or the arrows, Psalm 127 says, that we are going to cast or throw to all the continents of the world. So envision them, tell them, repeat these very words. Kuti imi ndimi vatichatuma kuenda kunyika dzekure nekumaruva ekure kuti mundoparidza vhangeri. So take your education seriously. Take yourself seriously. Because you only get access to other nations through visas. And they only give visas to educated people. That's the truth that we must know. That's the truth that you must tell this school-going age. They don't know. They're playing at school. They're banking school. They're doing all sorts of things because they have no vision. And where there is no vision, hallelujah. So I'm very delighted for that. Lateness. Again, that's your discipleship issue. Tell them how embarrassed you were. You'll be saying, Mr. So-and-so late. Mr. So-and-so late. So tell them. If you don't tell them, they'll be late again next council. They'll be sauntering in at their own time. Those that don't know sauntering, it's Apostle C who used to rebuke us with that word. It means the you don't care. Just walk in, but when it's a wedding, you're the first one. So let's correct that. Please, another thing I noted is when people move away from your assembly to another city, I think maybe let's sorry, I'm not in commission. Let's make a policy. Let's post our transfers on what? Church growth. Yeah. Don't just pray people away and forget about them. The minute they tell you, I am going to South Africa or to Pretoria or wherever they're going, post their name and their details on church growth and say, dear Pastor Virginia, kindly receive so and so who is an usher. Say what they've been doing. Say something about them so that they're not just a stranger who is coming to resettle in Nyatsime. So that when they come, you know, Pastor V, when they've talked to them, they feel welcome. We don't lose who God has given us. That is the prayer that Jesus prayed, in case you didn't know. He said, I pray that those that you have given me, that they may not be lost. So everybody who is on this register must not be lost if we have the heart of Jesus. Those with babies that are older than, what age can a baby start to travel? How old is that baby there in the pink? Tell us, mother. That looks like a fresh baby to me. Can I have a month's me? I'm an off layer. I can't remember. I can't remember how many months a child can actually travel. So we need to educate one another. Yeah. When is it safe for a baby to start traveling? Plus or minus? 3 months, 4 months. If there's no problem with that baby, I've got an excuse. Because babies are a blessing. Tell them, write it down. Babies are a blessing. People like this, it's not an excuse, she's a mature Christian. This is a gift from God. You can't now start using it as an excuse for not working for God. It's a discipleship issue, it's a heart issue, but they need to be taught. And of course, I think we need to acknowledge that there's a lot going on in Bindura. I think we see a lot of activity for which we are grateful to God. It's a church growth by marriage and by baby births. And for that, we really give God the glory. And the same with the HPMI Glenview. Me, I released an anointing for triplets. My double. And my twins in the house in the name of Jesus. That is really exciting. Well done, HPMI Glenview. Where are the HPMI Glenview ministers? I don't know what you're giving them. But whatever you're giving them, it's working. And my son, everybody say we receive it. In Jesus' name, and it shall be so. And I think that's all. Right, so if I can summarize, the most important thing, this thing in particular is your register. You notice how people who are organized with their registers. So please come with a hard copy. Soft copy is good, but hard copy is better. Isn't it? The soft copy can really let you down and now just be looking for your information. Bring your hard copy registers so that we do things quickly. So that we keep improving.